Hey, RPM Trey Vietnam and this bitch. What's going on, y'all? It's fucking Friday. I'm glad. Seems like a long work week. Last week, my employer gave us Thursday and Friday off, so we had a short ass week last week. Makes this week seem super long. My job is pretty cool, man. I work in the aerospace industry. I worked in the aerospace industry for about 11 and a half years. It's pretty cool. I would have never thought I would have known so much about airplanes the way I do now after 11 and a half years of doing this job. I used to work at a coffee shop, believe it or not. I worked at a coffee shop, and a very frequent customer will come to the coffee shop a lot. We talk, how you doing, how's your day, what can I get you, that type of shit. Sometimes people take it very seriously when you ask them how you doing, what's going on. Motherfuckers might tell you. He began to tell me little bits and pieces about his personal life, and I would do the same too. And it turned out to be a good friendship. And he was going through a divorce. I was going through courts fighting for custody of my son at this time. So, and he has a history as a lawyer. He's got lawyer experience, but he hates lawyers. He told me all the time, if there was ever a revolution, get the lawyers first, or some shit like that. He was saying. He's a cool dude. The chief at my job, he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He's basically retired for sure, but he checks in and everything. Almost all of his sons are running the business, so it's pretty cool. But he's a good dude, man. Shout out to him, man. But yeah, I worked at a coffee shop, and for a while I worked at a coffee shop and this place just because I was thirsty, hungry. You know, trying to really make some money back then. I really needed it, especially going through court proceedings and shit about custody of my son. So, and I'm gonna tell y'all that story in some great detail so that we can get it straight. I know how trolling people are and haters, and once you put something on the internet, it's there forever. People like to tunnel vision onto different things and then say, oh, he had to fight for custody of his son. Y'all have no idea what that is. Or what I had to go through, or what side of this shit I was really on and what was happening. But when I tell y'all the story, when I do this documentary about my life and my activism and how I got here, it's gonna blow your minds, man. A lot of crazy shit goes on in my life. I try to assume that a lot of crazy things is going on in everybody's life, positive and negative, probably a mix between the two. And because of that, I try to grant you the courtesy and the freedom to interact with me without me intentionally fucking with your life's journey or whatever you got going on, because you probably got some crazy shit going on. Everybody out here, man, has a childhood to atone to. We all got mistakes in our adult life, or we all got dreams, aspirations. We all have this nagging in the back of your mind. In the back of your mind for some people, closer to the middle or almost front of your mind for the deep thinkers. But to be aware of your inevitable death does something to you. Some people can't handle it. Other people revel in it because of the what do you call it? The allure of the abyss, the unknown, not knowing what the fuck that's really going to be, but knowing that you're going to fucking find it. You're going to figure out one day. You're going to understand what your death means and what it feels like and what's going on. You'll all know one day. You're going to know. You'll figure it out. The only way possible, it's the only way to figure out what death is to go there, and you all will. That's crazy. And when you address that sincerely in your life, it should, depending on what foundations you've gotten in your childhood and what you've gone through in your adult life, the recognition of your inevitable death should make you look at other people and go, I should probably leave you alone. You got something scary to deal with. You better fucking figure that shit out. That shit might come to you today. Who knows? Well, I don't know why they don't do that to other people. Other people are either aware as I am of my own inevitable death and immortality. They're either aware of that in the way that I am, and then they choose to do the dumb shit that they do, or they're not aware of it at all and they do the dumb shit that they do, not realizing that a sincere recognition of their own immortality would cause them to do the most moral, humble, and justified thing to do in the world interacting with other people is to leave other people the fuck alone so they can figure their shit out before they check out. It's paramount. It's urgent business to get the fuck out of everybody else's way so they can see their shit. Don't you know we all finna die? We all gonna die one day. The fuck is your problem that you have to have this mentality that you can just waltz through and treat people a certain way and start affecting people's lives, especially over dumb shit, irrelevant, indirect bullshit. You missing the mark, bro. You should go down the way. It's not, this shit ain't even that hard, man. Quit playing. Stop playing. This is like it's really tantamount to somebody being a Democrat and then totally disliking and attacking somebody else for being a Republican without talking to these people to see that y'all probably closer. Y'all probably are closer in opinions, especially in an overall arcing story, than what you would give credit to if you would shut the fuck up and not be so fucking divided, childish, and ignorant to your own life, your own calling in life. You have to ignore all of that to go, I don't like this person, he's a fucking Republican. Man, you got to be a fucking psycho to do that. That's why I stand in the middle. People think because I'm a gun rights activist somehow I'm some kind of Republican. No, I'm not. Fuck them too. Stop fucking screenshotting, laser focus, blinders on, addressing small things that I do and say, oh, I think I know what this guy is about. No, the fuck you don't. If you think my gun rights activism has anything to do with the Republican Party, you have a mental problem. And now I don't gotta respect you. I don't gotta listen to you. I don't even gotta fucking wish for your safety or nothing. I can let all of that shit go and act like you're not even a fucking human being. And I'm with all of that. All of the dismissal of your fucking your soul journey, I can do that easily. Because I'm a fucking rubber band effect. If you stretch me one way, I will go in the other direction. That's just what it is, man. You're either going to get one polar end of me or the other. Because I'm already extending all of the hugs, all of the love. I've been doing this for like 6 years. Who the fuck am I? I show everybody who the fuck I am. You know who I am. If you look, anybody who looks at me and say, well, I heard him supporting gun rights. That's what he does. I'm a Democrat. I don't like this fucking, that shit is stupid. You are a fucking idiot if you do that. You're an idiot if you take any small little thing that I spoke up on this. And then boom, all of a sudden, fuck everything else that I said. A motherfucker laughed at a video that I did yesterday. I did a live stream yesterday talking about what? What was 99.8% of the fucking talking that I did? What was it about? That part can't be ignored because this is what I do on my channel. I'm a gun rights activist. I never say Second Amendment supporter or Second Amendment advocate. I say gun rights activist because I need no magical writing or no magical paper by a bunch of strangers who I don't know, who I don't trust, who have a long fucking criminal history as an organization for child trafficking, drug trafficking, crimes against humanity, mass murder, and all type of shit. I don't gotta like them or none of that. And if you want to address me, you gotta address me when I say that, because that's 99.8% of what the fuck I ever say on my channel ever, is that stuff. To attack me is to say fuck me saying that stuff. No one's gonna pay attention to you or give any fucking credibility. I should out this motherfucker. I should just do the other part of the fucking videos that I was gonna do so we can see the totality of how fucking misguided this motherfucker is and how much of a bitch he is when he gets addressed directly. This is stupid. This is dumb. Motherfucker ain't gonna never address me on what I'm actually saying. Never ever. They never do. No hater ever does. I ain't never seen a hater of mine quote me and then say, you said this. This is how you're wrong. This is where my disagreement comes in. Or to quote me and say, this is when you say this, I know you're a bad person. You're not even a good person, bro. You're not even a good person, Trey. I'm gonna tell you why. You said this and did this multiple times. This seems to be very much who you are. Makes you a bad person. Nobody does that. This is what's strange to me to ever even have to deal with a hater. I respect the hater that says he's got an articulate fucking reason to not like me for everything that I say that I am, not for something that I halfway spoke on the sideline about some other shit. That shit is weird to me. That's not the totality of who the fuck I am. And that's weird. That's strange to me. It's a sign of fucking immaturity, man, for people to do that shit, man. Insane. Mental illness and all type of shit, bro. I'm a gun rights activist who's got aspirations of and dreams of making independent film and chasing down child predators. Just yesterday in Cedar Rapids, my girl sent me the Facebook news article because I can't get on Facebook. I've been banned on Facebook for like fucking damn near fucking 3 or 4 years now. Total ban, a hard ban. They won't even make me. They won't even let me make another channel. Facebook page. They won't even let me make one. When I try to make one, it tries to recognize the fucking 5 or 6 or 7 attempts that I've made to make a new one, and then they fucking make me do a facial recognition. Then they go, no, you are Trey Vietnam, and all of these other fucking extra pages that you tried to make, you are all of them, and we say no to you. Facebook do not rock with me. This is for life. I just got a new phone. I need to switch my shit over. Maybe what is the IP address attached to the phone, or is that a towering system that fucking recognize like I don't know what IP is exactly, how they determine that. But if I get a new phone and that gives me a new IP, I might be able to get back on Facebook. But I don't know if it'll go, nah, it recognize your phone number. You put your phone number in, they know it's you. Boom, bam. I don't think Facebook is ever gonna let me rock ever again in life, and that's crazy. That's crazy. For talking this gun rights activism shit. They got me the fuck up out of there pronto. That's crazy. Weird as fuck, right? But my girl showed me, sent me a screenshot too so that I can have it, read the article, Facebook post about 2 people, somebody in their 60s, I think a guy in his 60s, or it might have actually been a woman, an older woman, which y'all need to keep in mind. This is a woman, an older woman too, grandmother age. Is involved in some child trafficking. She got arrested in Cedar Rapids along with like a 34-year-old dude. I think the man was a 34-year-old man, and they got arrested in child trafficking for the disappearance, kidnapping, and then child exploitation or whatever the fuck, where they forced this 16-year-old girl into selling her body for their gain, which is crazy to me. Insane, out of control. In a world where people are capable of doing that, you have to know that I don't have to respect them. I will smile ear to ear when taking the position of being very much against everything that they do in their very fucking life, actually. I ain't got to respect their life after that. That's a disqualifying act of a crime to me. You hurting kids? Boom. I won't give a fuck if you got hit by a fucking bus. And if I had to address you at all, I would have a hard time not just hurting you and maybe even ending your shit right there. No, zero tolerance. Zero fucking tolerance. 60-some-year-old woman, 34-year-old man involved in a 16-year-old girl being kidnapped, fucking missing, not even that long ago. She ain't been missing for too long, but it don't take long. They already forced the girl into selling her body for their fucking gain. What the fuck do they get out of doing this? The girl ain't gonna never be the same. You damage an entire human life, and then whoever the fuck they affect with their bullshit when they grow up. This girl could be fucked up in the head now. Highly likely that she'll get involved in drugs and alcohol. Who knows the way she's gonna? Who knows how she's gonna treat her own fucking body hereafter in her sexuality? Sometimes people just let go. They start feeling like that's what they're worth, that's what they're good at, that's what they do. All types of weird ass shit that these kids go through when you do them like that. The fuck? And this, and if y'all don't know, I got an old video on my YouTube channel right now. It's an old video that I uploaded onto YouTube after fucking live streaming it to fucking Facebook in my Facebook days. And I literally get out to do an open carry demonstration, and I stumble upon some Cywork art by an activist group that does work with what they call the Red Sand Project. What the Red Sand Project is, people literally have this soft red sand that I look into it. You can actually get it and give it to you for free, but you got to prove to them that you're doing an organized thing with multiple people. I can't remember how many people need to be attended, what you got going on, in order for them to give you the free sand, the red sand or whatever. But y'all go look it up. Red Sand Project. Go look it up and look into it. What they do is that they take red sand that's supposed to represent like blood and or whatever. And the fact that that the human trafficking is a real fucking thing, that we need to be stopping that shit. We need to be trying harder to stop that shit, because it's way too serious for protective grown-ass men to be aware of the child trafficking issue, but then not be doing anything to help it. Law enforcement obviously ain't enough. They out here on the job, the police, FBI, they all doing their fucking job, and they cannot get ahead of this child trafficking movement. Partially because government is helping influence the shit, especially on the international level. It's the only way this shit can get off and then survive and not be stopped by the average man. Or all of these fucking good cops out here, why they all can't stop the fucking child trafficking? Because either they are fucking helping it, or they're too fucking busy, or it's just not enough men on the job to save these fucking kids. That's why I say what I want to do. If you ask me what I'm going to be doing in the next 5 fucking years, where I see myself, that is doing nothing but gun rights activism for half my time, and the other half of my time, of my work time that I would have available, what I want to be doing is chasing down child traffickers. Armed the way I always am. Arm the fuck up. There's an IG channel that I just recently discovered where these guys go around confronting child predators and shit with all of the proof that this is what they on. They even set them up in stings, like the To Catch a Predator. So if they ain't got no Chris Hansen or no police on standby, it's just them. When they catch these motherfuckers, they start punching them up and they say, I'll take that charge for assaulting you. Call the police and then we can talk about this child trafficking and this fucking child molestation and shit you just agreed to. They corner them with this. It's beautiful, man. I love this shit. I love what it is that they doing. Shout out to them. Jack Gon' Get Ya, I think is who it is on IG. Jack Gon' Get Ya, like with a YA at the end. Yeah, Zach or Jason Gon' Get Ya. Is it Josh? Jason? Fuck. I think it's Jason. Jason sounds familiar because it's like the horror movie Jason Gon' Get You. I think that's what's going on. Jason Gon' Get Ya. Check them out on IG. Tell them that Trey Vietnam sent you, because I'm trying to get their attention to tell them that when they go do these, because one of these guys got shot approaching one of these child predators, and they was about to address him and punch him the fuck up. He pulled out a fucking gun in a tussle and shot one of these would-be hero guys. They didn't kill him, but they shot him, and that's crazy. And I felt bad because they shouldn't be the ones being hurt out here. They can't be being hurt by trying to do what it is that they doing. And some people go, oh, they're trying to be superheroes, leave it to the police. Man, fuck that. You can't leave it to the police. They not enough and it's obvious. So stop playing. If you care, you have to be like, I don't care who do it. Just say to kids, I don't give a fuck if it's against any fucking law. I don't give a fuck. That's how I feel. If any laws on paper keeps a guy like me from addressing these fucking people, there's something wrong with the law. And that's just a moral, honest observation that can't be debated or denied by any man with a brain. Fuck you if you disagree with what it is that I'm saying right now. I don't give a fuck about my likes and my interests. I like pineapple on pizza. I don't give a fuck about how you feel about it. Okay? I do not like ranch. I don't give a fuck if you love it. I don't care. All these other little minute fucking issues can't fucking circumvent or trump what it is that I do. What is it that I do? What do I do? Something that most of you motherfuckers ain't got the balls to do anyway. Kiss my dick, pussy. You a lame. This is what I want to do. I should be doing nothing but gun rights activism and then bodyguard protecting these guys while they punch these fucking child predators up. That's what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. I will feel like I made it. I don't need no Hollywood status. I don't need a whole lot of fucking money. All I want to do is to be able to take care of my kids and do this shit. Chase these motherfuckers down. It's a beautiful thing. to run up on a child predator and be like, either I'm going to go to jail for assaulting you when you call the police and the police get here, or you take this ass whooping. Because if you call the cops, you're going to go to prison for this shit that we have on our phone when we set you up in this fucking sting. It's beautiful. They checkmated the fuck out of these child predators, and then they punch their ass up on camera. I love that shit. I think they genius for that. It's on par with what it is that I do with this Hugger AR ownership, because it's genius, really. You can not like me because you don't like my hair. You don't like that I cuss too much. You don't like that I don't rock with your fucking Jesus story. None of that shit matter. All of that little minute shit is not an answer to the question of, am I on the righteous path in doing what it is that I'm doing? I don't need to accept Jesus in my life as my Lord and Savior for me to be on the righteous path for what it is that I'm doing. Look at what it is that I'm doing to answer the fucking question. Like, these other little things are signs that you glitching the fuck out. You're not intelligent. Your IQ is fucking low, because a man with a fucking proper IQ and a healthy mental state of mind will look at me and say, I don't like him all the time, but I gotta say what it is that he's doing. I have to agree, man. Somebody got to stand up for these gun rights, and we need more men on duty in protecting these fucking children. All of that shit is obvious. Absolutely true. Shut the fuck up talking to me. Don't address me. Take that fucking stupid ass page down. That is not even me. What the fuck? That's crazy that you can even use my my picture, my image, make a fake ass fucking page, and then continue to troll my page. This shit is weird to me. Strange. Who in the motherfucking chats, man? Cause like, for real, I'm this close to fucking exploding, bruh. Tired of it. What it is that I do that I feel like it's necessary. Everything that I do is necessary. The gun rights activism, the addressing the child predators. Oh, I never finished the Red Sand Project talk. So the Red Sand Project, they give out red sand to groups of people. I think it's got to be 12 or more people. I think somehow you got to sign. You got to fill out this thing to say where you're going to be, who's going to be there as far as helping you promote the Red Sand Project. And what you do is you make people aware of, and not just the idea, but I'm talking about specific cases, FBI investigations, and these people were naming cases, writing it down on the sidewalk, in the squares of the sidewalk, and putting red sand in the cracks and stuff around the sidewalk. I jumped out to do an open carry demo on the corner. After they had done this, I didn't see nobody who did it, but I showed up and it was already there before it had a chance to rain or wear off from the foot traffic. There it was. Different cases mentioned in these different squares on the sidewalk with this red sand in the cracks, looking like blood in the fucking streets. And I'm reading it, and they're like updates and statements. Updates on FBI investigations on child trafficking cases right here in the area and in other places of the country. And then little sayings like in the next square will say, human beings are not for sale. Which is a sentiment that as soon as you say, well, I mean... as soon as you go, well, I mean, or but, then you're a fucking asshole and you don't even deserve to be alive. You can probably stay away from me, because I'll bang, fucking pull a trigger on your ass and I give a fuck, because I'm just at that point, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. About the child traffickers and shit, I'll fuck you up. I will fuck your whole life up. I don't have to care, and I don't, right? But they put these kind of things on the sidewalk to make this public art, this temporary public art, to bring awareness to some shit like that. And there I was doing the open carry on their sidewalk. I loved it. And at that point, they took my whole fucking focus. I did my whole open carry demonstration about child trafficking and shit. And this is in like 2019, 2018 or 2019. When I did that open carry demonstration. It's beautiful. It's still on my YouTube too. You can see me pointing out the sidewalk shit and ranting about how I would love to hurt a child diddler who thought that they were just going to do this shit, wrecking these kids' lives so that they grow up to be adults that might go wreck people's lives. It's a cycle. It's a nasty cycle, and it's fucking dumb, and I don't have to like them or nothing, and I'm not going to. And I fucking went off on that live stream. I did more talking once I got back to the car, think that I was done, because I just could not let the fucking topic go. I did more talking at the car than I did when I was out on the fucking corner. I went off, man. That shit set me off, and it was a beautiful thing, the synchronicity, man, for me to do an open carry demonstration and come to a corner that I had never been before, and I ain't been back there since to this corner either. I should go down there. I should go down there sometime soon. Because it's a decent corner for the foot traffic because it's right in the middle of downtown. Like literally, office buildings, Jimmy Johnson, all this type of shit. I'm not too far away from banks, and there's a couple of banks down. It's a whole lot of shit going on down there. Downtown Cedar Rapids, where the tallest buildings in this fucking city are. I'm talking about downtown. I was right there in the middle of it, not on the edge of it, in the middle of it. And that's where I found this art. And I want to do a red sand project, but I think I need like 12 people or something. Me and 11 people. Or some shit like that, and we order the sand, and then we make it an actual event that we have to promote and shit like that. They say they don't want people doing this shit unless they actually get out on social media and shit and promote it and draw a crowd to it and not just do it. And that's pretty cool too. But you got to go through some things, and once you meet all the qualifications, they say, okay, we'll send you the sand for free. And then they send you the red sand, and then you go out and you make your art, and you tell people, hey, human trafficking is a real thing and it needs to be stopped. And I brought all of that up to say that you know, this article that my girl showed me this morning about the child trafficking and human trafficking and shit. It's a sad situation, man. It's disturbing as fuck because the audacity of people to do this is crazy, and for the money too. To even do this for the money, it's like you couldn't think of no other way to make money that wouldn't give you this tainted image, this stain on your human life that this is what you've done to somebody else. Why would you do all of that? For what money? Is it even that much money? Like, motherfuckers will literally sell their souls and destroy lives over the smallest amount of money. Be a fucking drug dealer. At least people are happy to see you when you show up with the drugs that they ordered. Do that. I don't even see nothing wrong with drug dealing. Big Pharma does it all the fucking time. That's exactly what it is that they do. Other countries outlaw commercials for medications and shit like that. Not this country. Pfizer sponsor all the fucking sports. They won't stop talking about Pfizer. Fuck Pfizer. I don't gotta like them either, or Johnson & Johnson, or none of these bitches. Talk about drug dealers. I don't give a fuck about some man selling some fucking weed. I'm supposed to care about that. I'm supposed to side with y'all and agree with y'all when y'all arrest this man, fuck his fucking life up, while a neighboring state is actually, what? Legalizing the marijuana for recreational use, saying just smoke it because it's okay, because you like the feeling, because it's fun. There's states that have done that while we watch other states wreck people's lives over weed while Big Pharma do what they do. I don't gotta like this silly ass shit. I think the whole world is going fucking crazy. Fucking weirdos, y'all. Some fucking weirdos, man. And when somebody hate on me, they hate on me saying that. Because that's what I do and say for 90-some%, 99 point some percent of everything I say on my channel. Because it's my channel. This is what I got out here for. This is what I do. That's what I say. To say fuck me is to say fuck that. Anybody that say fuck me, you are probably a child predator. I'll probably say something where you feel like I was talking to you directly, and now you don't like me because of that. While you dismiss all of the other good shit that I thought good Americans would fucking understand. Gun rights activism, healthy distrust in fucking government business, respecting government business enough to know that things that they do, shit that they say, they have to shoot over your head hoping you don't catch the truth of it, because catching the truth of it means that you would be more likely to try to stop them. So when I say, yo, something has gone over your head, they're doing other stuff to keep you calm, to fool you, to maybe even get you to support what it is that they're doing. They want you to support your own slavery. You got to look out for all of that shit, because there's no way to rule the world in full disclosure. You have to lie to people in order to do that. There's no way to do that otherwise. So just assume that you're being lied to. When I say this type of shit and people go, oh, fuck you. Fuck what, man? Fuck what? Fuck what? Can't even say it. You can't even say it. You've already said that it was nothing. If I make this fucking video, you're going to look like a fucking clown. You should step down, back off. Take the fucking bullshit channel down. Stop using my fucking picture. Well, who does this shit, man? Like, god damn. I drive a fucking Toyota. If you hate Toyotas because you're a regional manager of some fucking GM fucking manufacturer or something, and you make GM cars, you probably don't like competitors, but you probably wouldn't go to the social media page of a person who bought a Toyota and say, well, I'm a GM manager. I manage a GM fucking assembly line that makes these GM cars out here. We don't like Toyotas, so I'm gonna go troll a person. I'm not gonna troll Toyota themselves. I'll go troll a person who bought a Toyota, and then I'll tell them I'm a GM manager of manufacturing and distribution. and you bought a Toyota and I'm gonna troll you, I want your fucking social media taken down, you'll go, you are, what a weirdo, bro. At least go after the fucking Toyota manufacturer. Go after the fucking manager over there. He the one that he the one that can talk to mechanics to you about how they got a better car, better crash test rates, and all type of shit. Y'all can go argue that shit over there. The fuck would you come to me for? For buying a Toyota? You tweaking, bro. You should go talk to the manufacturer, bro. Then y'all can talk that shit. Then we see who's got the better vehicle. It's not, that shit is not even that hard, man. Like, why is this hard to understand by a motherfucker who want to be respected, though? Please grow up. Big Stank, what up? Crack Their Code, what up, Amy? Big Stank, good morning from Des Moines. I need to come to Des Moines, Big Stank. You, whenever you show up, especially when you tell me where you from, then I be remembering, man. I need to get the fuck out there. I went out to Des Moines one time before. Me and my cousin went out there. It's a 2-hour drive from where I'm at. We went out to Des Moines, and I'll admit, I ruined the whole trip. We drove 2 hours in one direction, 2 hours back. That's 4 hours on the road. We went out to Des Moines to do an open carry demo. This was in the middle of the C-19 pandemic too, so I was amped up, and I literally ruined the live stream. I was way too angry. I was doing way too much yelling and ranting on the corners. Because see, listen, I know how to filter myself. When I'm in my car, I might spaz out, get loud, and be aggressive. I can't do that out there on the corners, though. It looks slightly different, and I want to be welcoming. Even when I disagree with people to their face, why would I be so fucking rude? I don't got to be as rude as my mind will call me to be when I'm dealing with people. If I wanted to get an effective debate based on fucking words, if I feel like I'm so right, then I don't have to be so rude. So I wouldn't really do that. I wouldn't treat a person that disagrees with me to their face the way I do when I generalize the public, when I rant in here in my car. There's a bit of privacy here. There's a bit of understanding that if I'm ranting with no physical audience, that I can't be talking directly to anybody with intent to disrespect and intimidate them. Y'all know it's not about disrespect and intimidation towards any individual person when I speak in generalities, when I'm doing my YouTube live streams from inside the car. Out there on the streets, I know that if I feel that what my words are what's going to win over a naysayer, or prove a naysayer that he's wrong, that he can walk away from me and do the walk of shame in error, because he gave me his best debate and my words will fucking prove him wrong, and now he can just walk away and be the fucking loser that he is. I can let that happen naturally, because I can't let, in a one-on-one man-to-man debate or discussion about gun rights with somebody that disagrees with me, I cannot scare them. I mean, y'all know what I'm saying. There's proper etiquette and conduct when you're dealing with people. If you think that your husband doesn't say things inside of his mind, or when you leave the room, that he would not say to your face, if you think that doesn't happen, you're out of your mind. I told my girl sometimes the shit that I say in my head when we're arguing, she'd be like, what the fuck? And oh yeah, I done called you. How many bitches have I called this girl in my mind? And then how many times have I called her a bitch to her face? Never. But in my mind, when we arguing, if she's wrong, yeah, she would not want to. And we had a little joking about this one time, and I said, tell me one thing that you say in your mind when you're mad at me that you would never say to me out loud, mostly because you know that you say that shit and you feel that way out of anger, and you don't even mean that shit, and you wouldn't disrespect me or yourself in that way by saying it out loud. And I can't remember what it was that she said, but she tried to sugarcoat it. She only halfway said what it was, and I was like, okay, you don't want to really say it. But I admitted to her that sometimes when we argue, I go, stupid fucking bitch, in my head. But I would never say that to her out loud. Number one, I'm not going to win no debate with her, talking to her like that. Number two, that kind of thing leaves a lasting impression on a fucking person. And I can never convince her that when I say sweetheart or baby girl, that I mean that shit genuinely 100% if I've called her more stupid bitches than baby girls. So why the fuck would I do that? I know that that'd be out of anger. I didn't mean that shit. Yeah, I have to do the people out here the same way. I can't call a motherfucker stupid, dumbass, emasculated pussy boy fag if he disagrees with me out on the streets, and I think, hey, when I talk to you like this, you're going, hey, you know what? And in all honesty, I need to expand that over into how I talk to the general public here too. I know I can't keep calling y'all stupid bitches while you listening to me possibly in disagreement, because if I call you a dumb bitch and a pussy for not arming yourself through a live stream, it won't have the exact same effect as it would if I'd have said this in person. Then it gets super personal, but it still might have that effect on people who might be straddling the fence to go, if I'm going to move over into the fucking gun community, it ain't going to be by this guy. I feel insulted. And that's okay too, because if I can insult you while trying to get you to rise to a higher degree of your own self-worth by protecting yourself with a gun so that you can protect this cool guy who you think you are, protect that cool guy with a fucking gun. And if you don't, then I don't know if you think that you're that fucking cool. Then if you think you're that fucking awesome of a person, you should be willing to protect that awesome person with a fucking gun. Same thing goes for your kids. You love them so much, get a gun. If you refuse to get a gun when you actually could be doing that, I'm just gonna think lesser of you. I don't know what else to say, because you just made yourself vulnerable. Now you can't protect your fucking kids with a gun only because you refuse to. Especially if the laws society hasn't even restricted your rights by threatening you, that if you try to obtain a gun, that you will be challenged for your life, that you could be killed for that. It'll go that far. If they haven't told you that, you really tweaking. You need to go get a fucking gun. If the law society ain't even threatening you, what are you waiting for? This is the kind of shit that I'm saying. But I know I can't call you a pussy to your face for that. I'm not going to win you over if I do that. But maybe I shouldn't do that so much here online too. You know, maybe I should evolve a little bit and stop doing that. Because really I intend for that to be tough love. I really mean to be trying to protect all of y'all, really. I really intend on protecting all y'all. I would like nothing better. Nothing will make me feel better than to see more and more men in this country buy a gun, do the right thing to do when you buy a gun, and that is follow all 4 of the gun safety rules religiously. Train with the firearm so that you know what the fuck you're doing. And it's not that hard to fucking train with the firearm so that you know. If you follow the 4 rules and then you train even a little bit, you can be proficient in protecting your life if that's all it is that you want to do. If you want to be a fucking badass, you can train to be a badass. You know, there's different levels, different degrees to which you can train, but if all you want is just personal protection, just so that you can say that you're ready, because you're not trying to prepare yourself for war or no revolution or no civil war or no collapse, if your mind ain't even on that and you don't get that shit much credit or care or thought, that's okay. If all you want to do is to be able to stop a guy trying to rob you in a parking lot, or maybe keep a guy from beating up his fucking girlfriend in public, if those are the little things that you say that you would like to be prepared to intervene in, if possible, or to save your own self from being victimized, or even home defense and shit like that, then you can do the basic things. Buy at least 1 gun. I say buy 3, the pistol, a shotgun, and a rifle. I think you should do all 3 of those. If you got 3 guns, then you're super set. Then you wouldn't even have to buy no more. But I got a problem. I got more guns than windows in my house. And the list of things that I want is so fucking long, it's ridiculous. I can blow 50 grand on guns in an hour if you gave me enough time to put into a shopping cart $50,000 worth of fucking guns and ammunition. I can do it in an hour, no problem. I know exactly what I would choose, and I will go down the list and put all these things in the shopping cart, and it wouldn't even take me an hour to do it. Because it be like that sometimes. These motherfucking things are like tattoos. You love the idea of getting one. Once you get one and then you focus in on it, then you go, yes. And then after a while, you fucking fired the damn thing. You've looked at it. You looked at upgrades and shit like that. Maybe even did a few upgrades. You very quickly want to move on to the next gun. It's just like a tattoo, bro. It's crazy. You're happy that it's there, but part of you wants to just get to the next one. If you get into gun ownership and you fall down that rabbit hole, good luck. It's gonna fuck your pockets up. I spend way too much money on guns and ammunition and shit. And there's gonna be more. But if you do that, you're also going to have to make yourself aware of the gun laws in your state where you live. As soon as you expand, like I did, you expand your vision out to other states and you start seeing contradictions, how certain things in some states can get you prison time, while in other states they don't give a fuck at all. Then you go, then why could anybody ever hold me, hold a threat of imprisonment over me, of imprisonment over me about this, because really it's a threat to your life. Because as soon as you say, I'm not going to prison, and I'll fucking stand on that. I've committed this offense, and you think I'm going to prison, I'm not fucking going. That threat of imprisonment turns to a death threat just like that. They actually have to imply that they're willing to kill you to even address you in the first place. That's how the law society is. Every law on the books is a threat to your life, because as soon as you stand on it, petty or not, and you say no, they say, well, then we subdue you, and if you fight, then we fight harder, and if you fight and you make me fear for my life, I will kill you. And they do that over everything. Do you hear me? Now, if that's wrong when I say that that's wrong before you diss my channel. You got to say that when I say shit like that, I'm dead fucking wrong. You can't agree with me and then attack me. That's crazy. You can't disagree with me without fucking explaining what it is that you disagree with when I'm talking about my work. This is what I do. It's a death threat every time they say something to you. When you buy a gun and you realize that you get that every fucking that there's states out there, there are states out there that are basically saying, Trey, we wrote a fucking threat to your life already on paper. If you come here and you violate that, the death threat is already on paper, so much so that when we kill you off of this, we can point to the paper and say, yo, we told him. We kill citizens for this. The U.S. government will kill its own citizens for what? I do open carry demonstrations right here in Iowa that will get me shot down in Illinois, and that's where I was born and raised. The fact that that's true should make any sensible person say, I don't like that that's like that. I don't think that that should be like that. Period. Now you got to side with me. Period. I don't give a fuck about all this other shit that you talk about. Because this is what I do and this is who I am. So if you disagree with me saying that, then say, attack me on my work. Damn, can I at least ask a troll to do that? Attack me on my work. Quote me and then attack me on my work. At the end, after that, you have to tell me the way it should be about gun rights. You got to quote me, attack me, and then correct me with what you think that I should be thinking, doing, or saying, or that the world should be, in order to get right about their perception about gun rights. What is it that I'm doing wrong that you would do right? Like, trolls don't talk like this about nothing that I do. All you got to talk about is this other shit? Crazy, man. Wow. Man, John Mendoza, what up, bro? Queen, what up, man? I got some fam in Muscatine, for real? That ain't far from here. If I'm in the area when you are doing a demonstration, I'll go out and support. That's what's up. Hey, John Mendoza, I don't know if you have my, I don't know if you got my email. You could try YouTube, especially if you spam like 2 or 3 videos, or you leave 2 or 3 comments, so that I keep on seeing a notification of you commenting. Let me know when you're going to be around ahead of time. I'll make an effort to come to Muscatine to do the open carry demonstration, so you don't got to go no further. If you already had to travel to get to your family in Muscatine, I'll come to you. Just tell me when you're there, and I'll show up. For real, man. That'd be good. That'd be dope to meet you in person, because you seem like a cool dude, man. For real, man. Anybody that understands me, I know what it takes to understand me. And if you understand me and you address me about my fucking work and you understand the importance in it, I have to respect you, man, because that's cool, man. Period. It's not even that hard to do. It shouldn't be hard to love people or respect people. It's just that some people don't deserve the love and respect. So I do a good job at trying to filter that out. And my filter consists of not necessarily a black or white, because there is a gray area in between there, but the gray area is very small. Either I rock with you or I will fucking smile at your demise. It's one or the other. And some people got a hard time seeing that I don't feel a contradiction in me feeling like that, because I take very seriously what it is that I do and the things in the world that I'm pointing out. Anybody who would oppose me is going to instantly look like somebody who would support the idea that government can use law enforcement that has to bring guns to every conflict to address gun owners in other states in ways that they won't address me in my state, because my state might have better gun laws. I think that's weird. We have to be consistent about this kind of stuff. And it shouldn't be too much to ask for some consistency and some fairness in this type of stuff. Anybody who has a respectable IQ that cannot understand that the contradiction between states is a telltale sign that something is very wrong, then I don't even know how to respect you after that, because I don't have to and I will not yield to or consistently entertain people with low IQs who are actually fucking dangerous to themselves and others when they can't even understand simple shit like this, because it's not that fucking hard to figure out. I got a 20-year-old son, and I've been talking to him about this shit since he came to live with me when he was like 15, the same one I was fighting for custody for. He came to live with me when he was 15, and his mother gave up on their toxic relationship because he was growing into his adolescence, and she wanted to be a tyrant, and he wasn't going for that. He's a human being. He doesn't have to respect that kind of behavior coming from anybody, really, especially when he was never really in the wrong about things. You have to have a healthy expectation that people just stick up for themselves. The expectation that people will not even stick up for themselves when bullies try to do that, and then bullies look at their intended victim as if they're disgusted by the fact that this motherfucker's even trying to defend himself. I think that's crazy. If you want to pick on somebody, put your hands up, and when they do the same thing, then you have to welcome that fight, because you should have been expecting that in the first place. And what else could you ever expect from anybody in any arena of debate or combat? If you pick a fight or you call out anybody in aggression, then you can't even blame them if they overreact, really. I think that if you slap a man and he shoots you, I think that's your fault for being so naive for you to think that anybody will let you do anything. It don't even have to be according to the law. I don't give a fuck if there's a stand your ground law. None of that matters. Not in the men in this fucking conflict. One of them's going to be the shooter, and one of them's going to be fucking dead as fuck. So the one that's going to be dead as fuck should have been thinking, what if this guy who I'm about to slap doesn't give a fuck about the law, and it costs me my fucking life, and then he just goes to prison happily because he don't care? You'll be dead. Your death is not going to be proving a fucking point to him from your perspective, because you're fucking dead, you asshole. So the law doesn't have to fucking curb or guide your actions and your interactions between you and other human beings. Just know that, legal or not, when you test a man, he might spaz the fuck out and overreact, and you have to accept that. Your death is going to make you accept it if it gets you killed. Can y'all follow me what it is that I'm saying? So in regards to that, any trolls, especially any trolls who got the balls to fucking show where I'm at, I don't even think that that'll really happen, because any troll that would actually show up where I am would have to admit that he has taken a risk in his low IQ acquisition of what the fuck is going on, that he can show up, pose a fucking threat to me, and that I'm going to abide by the law and not shoot you. You ain't know what I'm gonna do to you. You don't even know. What if I don't give a fuck about the law? If you show up to troll and then threaten, what if I don't even give a fuck about the law? What if things just get out of hand and it goes to a dark place that you didn't anticipate and I didn't either? But then it goes there, and then you end up dead. Wouldn't that be crazy? That'd be crazy, right? Who would ask for that? A psycho, right? So that's why I never really fear getting out here when I extend the hug first to everybody, that somebody would actually come out here to hurt me. To hurt me will prove that you're a fucking psycho, especially if you never articulated why you think that I would deserve to be hurt. There's never really any articulation, any real reason. It's always some dumb shit. But mental illness is a real thing with people. And it's kind of funny too, because people who are mentally ill, they tend to project. I've been called mentally ill by a crazy person before, and it's funny to me because he never really magnified what it is about me that proves that I'm obviously like mentally ill, and that it should be obvious to mentally healthy people that something that I've done or said is just so fucking off the wall that who the fuck would ever, man, shut up, man. Shut up, man. You're really harping on one thing and then saying, damn, that's crazy. That's like seeing me put ketchup on fries, and then you say, this motherfucker puts ketchup on everything. He drinks the ketchup out the fucking bottle with a straw. And everybody was like, you saw me dip and fry some ketchup and you went this far. How did that happen? Where is this going? And what's with the, are you crazy? Like, it's just a weird, like, exaggerated, like, it's a fucking temper tantrum, man. It's wild, bruh. I don't get it, man. But I'm out of here, man. RPM Trey Vietnam in this bitch. If you want to know who I am, you're probably going to have to do the same thing that anybody else will have to do to try to figure out who you are. You'd have to look a little deeper than the surface, or else you might label, misunderstand, or underestimate who the fuck it is that you're dealing with. You might do all of those things if you want to surface level label who you think you're dealing with, or who the fuck you think you talking to about any fucking thing. I'm not a Second Amendment advocate. No, I'm not. The Constitution has taken something that's undebatable and placed it into an arena of debate, so that we would accept debate about it with the anticipation that we're not debating just to spin our wheels. We're debating to see who's going to determine what we do next. So they have a healthy anticipation that when you say that you're willing to debate them about gun rights, that when you lose the debate, even if they got to fake the fucking results of the debate, use social engineering and manipulation to manipulate the perception of the public about said debate when you talk about this gun shit. All these fucking public shootings that they staging, because they staging that shit. They do all of that to say if we can manipulate them, bring them into our legal world in the law society, and jumble their fucking shit up and scramble all of their bullshit with the legalese and the fucking complications and the fucking mixed interpretations of the Constitution. If we can lose them in this, and if we can just win the debate, they will let go of something that we shouldn't even be able to talk to them about in the first place. Some of them will. Let's try that. And they put that fucking Second Amendment in that fucking Constitution so that they had something that might hypnotize you enough that when they change it, you move out of the way when you should be fighting them. And that's what it's good for. The Constitution is good for that and nothing else. When you talk about the Second Amendment anyway. Y'all think that if we have to meet them in course about this fucking constitutional bullshit, that when it works in our favor, that we're glad that it was there because it worked. Untrue. We took a risk at losing things that when we win in court, that's not even a celebration. You should have been like, damn, we almost lost something that we deserved to hang on to because of a game that they chose to play that was close. What if they win? Are they right when they win? Bro, y'all got that shit fucked up. A lot of my supporters got it fucked up. You know how many people that I fucking rock with, they act like they support me, that still go, yeah, Trey, Second Amendment. I go, you ain't been listening to me. You haven't been listening to me. Why do I got to keep saying this? You just didn't hear me, that's all. Either you didn't hear me, or it went into your mind and you went, I'm going to discard that because I don't understand or agree with it. And I'll just go back to say, man, if you sticking up for gun rights, then it's Second Amendment all the way. Stop calling me a Second Amendment advocate. I'm not. I think that shit fucked us up. And you can tell, because it has not stopped a tyrannical government. Has it? No, it hasn't. Let's be honest. Got a constitution here, right? Got a constitution here. And we got a government here. Where are they going? Where are they going? Into a deeper state of tyranny on our asses. Am I lying or not in this observation? Constitution, government, they said fuck your constitution, like they believe that them doing this ain't gonna get them no trouble. It ain't gonna get them no revolution. Ain't nobody gonna revolt. What they called unconstitutional in the past, they're actually trying to pass laws now as if it is constitutional, but we've already proven that, you know, these infringements are unconstitutional. They go, oh, okay, we'll see. We get the right people in the room at the same time. Huh? Y'all gonna give it up. As soon as they want to debate about it, and we say, I'll accept your debate, let's talk about it. Why are you agreeing to talk to them about something that's undebatable? If you're going to tell them that if they win that debate and they fuck with that Second Amendment, you're going to revolt, don't tread on me. How would you say that? Why would you accept the debate in the first place? They think you're a sore loser. Tell them that you're not even going to debate because there's no way for them to win that. They're not going to win that. How they going to win? How you going to win? They can't win. When you know that the government cannot win in a court of law to take natural and constitutional rights, because if they do that, then we fight them, then why did you ever debate them in the first place? I really need y'all to latch on to the train of thought of what it is that I'm trying to say. Do y'all even understand what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all understand what it is that I'm saying. As soon as you do, and you can use your fucking brain to put it together what it is that I'm saying, you'd have to say, the Constitution didn't give a shit, and I don't care if they fuck with it. If they fuck with that Constitution, we not fuck, they are. Because we know if they fuck with it, they want to fight. So if they continue to fuck with it, then fight them. I'm not going to accept it if they win in the fucking court of law about nothing about that Constitution. I'm not going to accept it. I'm going to fight their ass. Because they talking about shit that they can't win. We told them that they can't win. Biden laughed at us, said we need an F-16 to fight no fucking revolution with them. We trying to protect us, AR-15 for them. He was like, man, get the fuck out of here with that dumbass shit. That shit ain't going to help y'all. We going to fuck y'all up. That's what Biden basically said. He laughed. And the audience laughed like this nigga was doing stand-up. Don't talk to me about the Constitution. Do y'all stop? Nobody. I don't give a fuck if I rock with you. I don't give a fuck how much I salute you, how much I praise you for being here. I'm telling you, all of my best supporters, all my usual suspects, I want y'all to hear me. Stop calling me a Second Amendment advocate, because I am not. They're going to use that Second Amendment more for nefarious things than what we've used to protect us. It has not protected us. We know that because we're still fighting for gun rights. So stop saying that we need the Second Amendment for that shit, because it hasn't worked when we begged it to work. It hasn't worked. It's getting us into trouble. What it will do successfully is get a huge amount of us, maybe even a multitude of the people. It's going to get us to step aside when they change the magical paper so that we don't fight them when we should be fighting. That's why I don't like the Second Amendment. Now, leave me the fuck alone about the Second Amendment, please. All of you. Even if you rock with me, I'm talking to you especially. Because you rock with me like you understand. Don't attach me to the Second Amendment no more. And when I say I want them to throw it out, I'm not saying that I want Americans to not have gun rights. Whoever took me for saying what I say and took it like that, you just proving that you're not smart. What I'm saying is I'm trying to get ahead of the curve. How many times I got to tell y'all that I'm at the finish line waiting for them already? At the finish line, they want us to have no gun rights on paper. I'm telling them that I'm already there because I know that's the conclusion that they want. And at that conclusion, they will find me not giving a fuck and firing at them. So I'm saying, let's just cut to the chase, because this is what y'all want to do. Just say it. So we can go there, so we can show you that we don't need that shit. I don't need your agreement on paper for me to fight you. Are you insane? Do that even sound right? That we would need permission to revolt. You got to know you don't need permission to revolt, man. I'm tired of it, man. I don't know what to say to some people nowadays, man. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. You using that this live is your morning podcast? That's what's up, bro. I'm gonna go tap in. Zach is in this bitch. Yeah, I was just about to get out of here, Zach, and I am too. I see you been here for a little bit. I'm about to get out of here. They need to update the DSM. If you're still believing what you're seeing on TV, that should count as a form of mental illness. It should, because a simple, healthy, well-deserved distrust for government is almost a standard thing, really. And really, I always say, I used to say this all the time. I haven't said it much lately. I'm going to say it right now before I go. Democrats believe that Republicans are going to use government business and the government illusion to actually do something harmful to this country, and we need not go there. Republicans think that Democrats want to sit in the government seat, put their hands on the government wheel, and drive us off a fucking cliff while hiding behind the idea that they're government and they're here to help, but don't let them fool you with that government cloak. That's what the Republicans say about them. I think all of them are right, though. All of them are right. That the cloak of government, I'm here to fucking help, shit is actually going to get us fucked up, and we can't let somebody sit in that seat to deceive us so that they can go do that. Both sides are accusing each other of doing that, and I'm saying that they're all right. Both of you motherfuckers are capable of doing that. It's the only time you're right is when y'all point fingers at each other. And the only time you motherfuckers are right is when you're right simultaneously. Yes, government is going to be used as a fucking disguise for mere human beings to get inside this shit and guide it with all of their fucking qualified immunity, the international fucking crimes. Ain't nobody gonna police their ass because there's no one left but us, and we won't do that shit. Crimes against humanity with this international fucking war bullshit. War is a fucking racket. The CIA is fucking crazy where that coke come from. It's y'all. Y'all some fucking pussies for trying to do that shit, and they act like ain't nobody see y'all, and whoever say something must be a domestic terrorist. Shut the fuck up. You're not gonna get me with that hypnosis and the name calling shit. I know who I am. I'm the hero. You the bad guy. Kiss my dick. All of y'all. And I do mean all of y'all. This is what we have to deal with. Don't talk to me about a Second Amendment, bro. Don't. Stop. Please don't. Don't label me like that no more. None of you. That shit got us into trouble. Now watch how many people step out the way when they change it. And that'll be the best effect that it ever had on America. Is when they do that, you'll see the biggest fucking ripple effect of the presence of the Second Amendment when they change it. That's when the Second Amendment's going to be like, oh, Second Amendment. And all of this effect, this echo effect that it will have nationwide when they do that, it's going to be bigger than anything positive that it ever did for us. Do it sound like that makes sense at all to y'all when I say that? When I say stuff like that? Does it? Listen to what I'm saying. The effect that it will have if they change that Second Amendment and say no more gun rights for none of you. Assault weapons ban, total gun ban. If they did that to it, the effect is going to be so great when they get so many people to back down when they do that, that I have to say that's the most powerful thing that it ever did. And because of that, it's crazy, because it's hypnosis. When they talk about that shit and then try to take your rights, you're supposed to fight them because they can't take shit. They can fool you out of it. They can make you give it up, but they can't take a natural right. It makes no sense. When you say that the government can take our rights away and we need to address them about the Second Amendment, you're giving them power and credit to say that it was ever up to them, that you expected when they changed it that we all back down, and if they fucking change it that we need to fear something. They need to fear it if they change that. It's them that needs to fear what we're going to do next. That don't sound American to y'all at all. We are hopeless, bro. Especially when people that support me ignore that part to move on to then say for the 10th time, yeah, Trey, Second Amendment. I love y'all, bro, but I think we doomed. I can't get people that rock with me to stop calling me a Second Amendment advocate. We are doomed, bro. We ain't gonna never get out of this shit. We ain't gonna never get out of here, man. Never. We got all these big name podcasters. Patrick, whoever from PBP or who? What is that? Valuetainment. That YouTube channel, Valuetainment, I think it's called. If y'all know what that is, go check that out. The boy is with the shits. I like him. It's kind of hard to trust him. It's hard to trust people who got like all of this particular backgrounds and shit like that, and they got lots of money and super duper famous and popular podcasts. It's kind of hard to trust them, but we can't let the distrust amongst the people who seem to agree with each other like taint the fact that we all do need to be sticking together. I don't trust him 100%, but I do like him. I think he's one of those YouTubers that I say, man, I trust you. And if I can build a dream team of 10 YouTubers, he will be one of them. Valuetainment is a dope-ass YouTube channel. But people like him, they may never know that I even exist. For some, I can't reach out to touch and communicate with these people. He should have me on his show. He's got a big platform. And I know that judging by the shit that he talks about, he would love to talk to me. He would see me and go, yeah, I like this dude. Who the fuck? This is crazy. Okay, AR owner. Wow. Good for you, dude. Come talk to me. That should happen with whoever the fuck I point to. If I like them, they would definitely like me. I'd be interested in Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan would never do he'd never do a podcast with a regular dude anyway. I ain't even big enough for Joe Rogan to see or care about me. I'll just be another fucking shit-talking fan or whatever in his fucking comments. And he'd be like, dude, who the fuck are you really though? What have you done? Nothing, and get out of here. He might address me if he found my channel. He might address my channel on his shit and talk to another one of his guests that pointed out where they talk about me for 10, 15 minutes, but he would never actually have me on the show. That's not what that type of shit is meant for. But I should be more known than what I am. And I know what it is that I want to do, the activism and then the chasing the child predators. If you hate on me, you have to hate on me wanting to be a child predator while I do my activism. That's what you're hating on, trying to stop, because that's who I am. I am not a Toyota driver. It's not a part of who I am like that. So you work for Chrysler, don't hate my Toyota. I'm not going to argue with you. Go argue with somebody that worked for Toyota. Why would you argue with me, the buyer? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They were selling some shit and I bought it. I don't know why that's so much of a concern to you. You're a weirdo. But yeah, RPM Trey Vietnam and this bitch Wu Bang. Get a fucking gun today. If you don't have a gun, you are cheating yourself. You're lesser of a person than who you are intended to be. You're not lesser than me, per se, but you're a lesser version of yourself. You're a lesser version of yourself if you will not arm yourself to protect this cool person that you think you are. You easy pickings for a bad guy. I don't even give a fuck if you say, I got these hands. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, boy. Everybody can get their ass whooped. You can fight a guy 10 times. You're not going to win all 10 of them. You might win some of them. You're not going to win all 10 of them, probably. If it's anywhere remotely close to a fair fight, you're going to lose some of those fights. Today might be your day that you lose a fight, maybe even to the death. Hands and feet kill more people than rifles in this fucking country, period. No exaggeration. Look it up. That's why I do this fucking gun rights activism bullshit, to fucking tell y'all what the fuck is up, and y'all can either adhere to it or not. It's on you. But if the question out here on planet Earth is, are you going to arm yourself for the dangers of the world or not? If that's the question, my answer is hell motherfucking yeah. And if your answer is no, then you cheated yourself. And if you haven't addressed the question at all, you are indirectly answering the question with a no because you ain't got no gun yet, but you know that they make guns. What the fuck are you doing? Goofies, man, buy a gun today.